Jason Whitlock is at it again. He is the master of the attention whore. He's after attention. He knows that Deion is very polarizing and he's in the media. And Jason Whitlock is trying to capitalize off of Deion Sanders' names for clicks and attention. This is what he does. He's a master media guy. He's been in the media for a long time, man, and reporter. So he knows what he's doing. He's capitalizing off of Deion while at the same time trying to antagonize and disrespect Deion. But peek behind the curtain and look at what he's trying to do. Let's check him out.
Breaking news. Colorado didn't miss every block on Saturday. Deion executed a block. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Last week, Deion didn't even know who his starting center was. Who? Remember that? And you wonder why the Colorado football team is struggling with its offensive line? The head coach doesn't care. He's Coach Prime. Nicknames and slick social media stuff, that's not how you build an offensive line. That's not how you construct a running game. It's not just about talent. It's about environment and culture and instilling a mindset and an attitude. That's how you establish a running game. That's how you build an offensive line. Coach Prime, unblock me. Let me help you through this.
So here we go. Jason Whitlock said it again. We all know that Jason Whitlock for years have been polarizing because of his takes that he has on black people in the black community. Jason Whitlock is known for always going against the grain of his own people, man. So now the person that's up under his radar is Deion Sanders. When he sees Deion Sanders now in the spotlight, you know, he's coming out, he's echoing all the sentiments that a lot of the white coaches and media is saying. And he's saying that Deion is turning Colorado into BT. It's not about the players. It's all about Deion. Most of these people are going to find out who the real Deion is. But he's just following a narrative. This is vintage and classic Jason Whitlock. But Jason Whitlock, you know, a lot of the athletes, black athletes, know who he is. So on Club Shay Shay, Shannon, Sharpe, and Chad Ochocinco had something to say about that. And they basically voiced their opinion on Deion Sanders and what's to come. Let's check out and see what those guys had to say, and then we'll come right back.
Doing what they do for clicks, we're doing what we do for wins. Oregon should be the last team, considering they got 17,000 combination of uniforms. It was all about clicks.
These coaches need Deion to fail because they know recruiting is 90% of the game, and who's not going to want to come play for Prime.
The problem that I have is that when I started seeing on Twitter, I think Oregon and Coach Lanning speaks for all of us. And that's coded.
What do you mean Oregon?
It speaks for us.
Daniel speaks for us. What does us mean? It's the undertones.
This goes back to Jack Johnson, to Muhammad Ali. Black confidence drives a lot of people crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want black people to like, you got a job, you make money, you got this position. Shh.
This isn't a Deion issue. This is the issue with whoever is up and winning at that specific moment. That's all it is.
Right. I think Coach said it best. He says, my confidence impacts your insecurities.
Facts. And you talk about it ain't clicks. It ain't for clicks. Having shoes that change color ain't for clicks. Don't get us started.
So again, as I was telling you guys before, you know, there's a racial component in this always because racism is at the center of the mental fabric of America. But one of the biggest problems that that's happening here is the changing of the guard or the shift. A lot of the college football players never wanted the great black athlete to be in a position of coaching and position of power because of their ability to recruit. And they notice because 90% of football is recruiting the right talent to come in there and execute your offense and your plays. So now Deion's quota is saying you better get your wins off now. Because remember, Deion has come into a Colorado university where he has 83 new players. He has a whole new coaching staff. And this is their first year competing against coaches and teams that's been together for years. And with the NIL money and so many other things coming down the pipe, college football and the board of trustees are now jealous. And the board of trustees is telling the university now, we wanted Deion. So now that's putting a lot of these college coaches on the hot seat. Because are you going to be able to recruit in the manner in which Deion is going to be able to recruit? So the board of trustees at these universities, they are lighting a fire up under a lot of these coaches. And a lot of these coaches want Deion going, because he's shaking things up. So now when you hear Jason Whitlock saying, "Oh, it's all about Deion," and Deion is saying, "Well, if my confidence messes with if my confidence messes with you, there's something wrong with you." Because remember, in society, the society where society is built, and when they say we're supposed to be at this racial utopia and racism is over, but you get a chance to really see that it's not. Because a black man is not allowed to be proud. A black man is not allowed to be confident and strong, and also back up what he says in a position of influence and power. You can only do that if you're not in ownership of anything. This is the way the system has always been set up. Now, Deion is in the position of influence and the changing of the guard. Because now what he is a superior athlete that surrounded himself with superior coaches. And the ability to go into living rooms across America, whether black, white, whatever, and recruit the children to come play for his organization. And the other coaches know this. And for years, they was living high off the hog. They had full power over the establishment. And now it's time for the black player to eat some of that fat, to get in on that. And they don't want to share that because they know that the minute we get in, now we control the athletic part and the economic part. And the question that's raised is, how many of these universities now have TV revenue has went up because of Deion Sanders? Because Deion Sanders has made college football interesting again. Deion Sanders has made college football sexy again. And a lot of these universities should want to capitalize off of that. The commercials, all these different things. So, and as he said, get off everything that you can get off right now, because we coming. We coming. They don't like that, man. They don't like that. Ooh, they don't like that. They don't want to hear that. And I hope that, a lot of people say, well, he should have did this for the black college. And that's a legitimate argument. But the same could be said for here, because there's a lot of black players, a lot of our blue chip players is playing here in the big universities. So why not go there also and change the narrative there and take over? I get it. I would have preferred he stayed at the black college, but that's water under the bridge now. He's not there. We're going to focus on where he's at now and what he is able to do, because a lot of our people is still playing at these universities. And it's time that we get our coaches there. It's time that we start changing the narrative and we get into the position of power. Because for many years they said about not urbanizing the game, but the game has been urbanized. Who would watch college football or football in general if the black player didn't play? And these are the conversations that got to be had. But Jason Whitlock is full of crap. Jason Whitlock is doing a lot of stuff just for attention, man. Leave your comments in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to Street Media TV. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.